Alright. Hello. What's going on, everybody? I'm sleepy. What the fuck is new? How's everybody doing, guys? I'm going to be hanging out with you guys for about an hour. I poured myself a nice mug of coffee. And I am going to play some Battlefront. So sit back, enjoy yourself, shoot the shit, whatever's on your mind. We don't have to talk about Star Wars half the time. We don't. Yeah, let's talk about whatever you want to talk about, man. Oscar, Ben, Ricky, Swish, 80s kid from the 90s, Mr. Vince, Fat Man Plays, Doom, good to see everybody. Hope you're doing well. Swish says, hey, well, first of all, thank you so much for the first super chat and channel support of this little stream. Swish says, hey, HelloGreedo, happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Nice. I did not know. Let me look this up. I did not know that Canadians had a Thanksgiving holiday. Is that embarrassing to me? I think that's kind of embarrassing. That shows my Americanness. Let's see. How do Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving? Similar to Americans, Canadians enjoy football and sports on Thanksgiving, and the Canadian Football League televises its own football doubleheader known as the Thanksgiving Day Classic. There are also Thanksgiving Day parades for families and children to enjoy. Oh, nice. Interesting. October outside Thanksgiving distinguished from blah, 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 blah. I'm going to read up about this. History of it. Let's see. When did it begin? Interesting. I'm going to have to... I'm sure it's very similar to the American Thanksgiving from what I just read. But I'll read up on that. And get a little more cultured than I am right now. But happy Thanksgiving, happy Canadian Thanksgiving right back at you, Swish. I hope you are doing well. Let me turn down the game volume real quick. But I appreciate that channel support this evening. Had a guy come over all day building like a big kind of thing on our house in our living room. So he's going to be building that for the next week, basically. So, I mean, I guess I could work on videos, but I kind of feel like a goober if I'm working on a video and I'm like talking into the microphone with somebody in my house. I don't know why. Like, he probably wouldn't even hear me, but because I'm upstairs. Whoa, what just happened? You guys see that lag? But, yeah. Might just take a little video making. I have two videos right now that I have fully scripted out. One is the audio is already recorded, but it's going to be kind of a longer video than I've been making lately. Wow, why am I lagging so bad? Holy moly. What is going on? What is going on? Can you guys tell how choppy this is? This is crazy. Huh. They have Tim Hortons coffee at Publix now. Pretty damn good. Oh, nice, Vince. I haven't had Tim Horton in years. I don't even... Man. It might have... I can't even... It might have been... Do they have... I think it was in Ohio. They have Tim Hortons in Ohio, right? Yeah. So that was probably 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. I'm sure I tried the coffee when I was there. That might be a fun little change of pace from the normal Folgers or Maxwell House or whatever's on sale. Get a little Tim Hortons action. Ah. Yeah, mega stuttering. It's it's not the stream, it's the game. Like, the stream is fine. My actual game is like really struggling. And I don't know why. PC lag? Really? I don't think I have anything running in the background. Weird. Interesting. Your router was replaced with a potato. Yeah. I don't think I have anything going on. I am not playing very well, though. I just keep getting destroyed. Why do I pull this like shotgun thing out? I never do good with it. Ever. What's up, Cisco? Might be worth a game restart. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I'll just do a Lightspeed Lounge tonight. I don't know if I'm really feeling playing the game after getting my butt kicked for the past few rounds. Or spawns. Rage quit before I even like finish a match. Finally. He was already dead though. That was cheap. Alright, follow the team. Don't be selfish. Damn. Pancake Face, do you ever notice the bug on this map? The announcers / narrators are actually the sequel trilogy ones on each respective side, but it's only this map for some reason. No, I've never noticed that. I don't play this enough to notice that, so you know, maybe if I played it more I would, but no, I never noticed that. Ah, come on, dude. And now I'm dead. What's up, Andrew? Hello, a beautiful fishy. A beautiful fishy. My eyes are burning. Help me, Maxwell House on sale at Publix. Help me. That was crazy. How did I not hit him? I am sucking so bad. Boom, 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 boom. Huh. Okay, here we... Ah, bummer. Long shooting. Oscar, Vince, and Ricky, good to see you guys. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I'm dead. Super chats this evening. Oscar says, now that we have AI and deepfake, would you use it to bring back Inside Star Wars? I'm imagining you and Palpatine shit-talking each other on The Rise of Skywalker. So do Inside Star Wars... Oh, man. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I know, so Oscar, I know nothing about that. I wouldn't even know where to begin with, like, creating deepfakes and stuff like that. That is way beyond me. Maybe it's way easier than I'm thinking. Whoa. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? That was like 3 seconds of complete locked up lag. That was crazy. I don't know what's going on, man. Yeah, maybe it's way easier than I'm thinking it is. But yeah, I have no idea how to even remotely go about doing that stuff. But it would be, I mean, I guess it would be kind of fun to if I could figure that out, somehow incorporate that into, I don't even know where, I wouldn't even know where to begin. I guess I would have to really record myself, right? And then deep fake Palpatine over me, like actual me, which would be interesting. I mean, that's a really good idea, Oscar. I mean, the learning curve would be very big for me. But that's a really good idea for, like, an inside Star Warser, you know, putting someone or like a face in a video, but then replacing mine. I don't know. I like that idea, Oscar. Maybe I will actually take the time to look into how to do that. You, instead of being restricted to the dialogue in the film, have characters say things you write and insert yourself in. That is a really good idea. That's a really good idea. If there is a tutorial or something like that that just kind of spells it out, makes it easy, that I would at least give it a shot. I mean, maybe it's way easier than maybe it's just like a plug and play kind of thing. How about this, guys? I'm just gonna do a light speed lounge. For whatever reason, my game was chugging to the point of it not being fun. So I'm just gonna hang out and do a little light speed lounge. We'll shoot the shit for a little bit, and let me pull some music up. And maybe I will give Battlefront 2 another shot in the not too distant future. Sorry for all of those who were looking forward to some Battlefront 2 action. I apologize, but that's just the nature of computers. Greedo, you can speechify to deepfake Palpatine talking to you, and the good thing about today's technology, LOL. I mean, I might look into that. I like that idea, though. I do like that idea, but I appreciate that, Oscar. That's going to be in the back of my mind, and I'm probably going to end up like watching a how-to video tonight while I sip something with tequila, and probably stay up too late. Or later than I should. I was planning on watching. It's funny that Ricky brings up RoboCop. 1 second, Ricky, and 1 second, Vince. And the Wanderer's Library. It's funny that you bring up RoboCop, Ricky, because I was actually planning on watching RoboCop, the movie, the 1987 movie, tonight. But our TV, we took our TV off the wall because this guy's building something really big in our living room, like a built-in with shelves and stuff. So we don't have a TV in our living room right now, and that's where I would want to watch it. So I'll probably have to watch it in a week or so. And the reason I wanted to watch it, I've been wanting to watch it for a long time, but my buddy, I went and got drinks with him the other day. And, we were there from like 5:30 to about 11:30, hanging out, eating and drinking, and we were talking movies, and he was like, I watched RoboCop recently, you gotta rewatch it. So now I'm kind of itching to watch it. Don't worry, I Ubered. I left my car at the bar. I asked the bartender, hey, do you guys tow? And she said, no, we encourage people Ubering. So, I didn't have that much, but I don't drink and drive. I don't at all. So, yeah, it was like a $50 Uber, but guess what? That's way cheaper than getting a DUI, right? So, never drink and drive. It's worth Ubering. Yeah, anyway. Bad thing is I had to drive like 45 minutes. Me and my wife and my kid had to drive like 45 minutes the next morning to pick up my car. But it's one of my best friends. It's the guy I've talked about who I went and saw Revenge of the Sith at midnight with. And yeah, just one of my best buds. I haven't seen it in a while. Anyway, Vince, Ricky, The Wanderer's Library, and Doom, thank you guys so much. First, let me say thank you to Alex, Dunn, and Darth Nicholas for becoming the latest members of the fleet. I greatly appreciate that, guys. Alex and Nick. I don't know if Alex is actually here right now. I think it might have happened to auto-renew. Oh, he is! Alex is! I thought it like happened to renew while you were on, because you were a member for a long time. So maybe I thought it just renewed, but you are here, Alex. But Alex and Mr. Nick, thank you guys for becoming members of the fleet. I greatly appreciate that. Mr. Nick and Alex, you get a special role in the HelloGreedo Discord server. You get a fancy little icon next to your name. And you get to say that you support this little YouTube channel. So I appreciate the hell out of that, guys. Vince says, actually saw the creator in a movie theater. I sat down in the theater and ate popcorn. It was great. Been a while. Very derivative, but I totally dug it. I'm looking forward to seeing it for sure. I don't really know anything about it beyond just seeing some not clips, but like teaser trailers and stuff like that. Or like TV spots. I don't actually think I've watched a full trailer for it. I don't think I have. If I haven't, I'm gonna watch it after this stream for sure. But yeah, it looks interesting. I mean, I'm a big sucker for sci-fi in general, and to have something that looks at least interesting. I mean, it's not very often that... Oh, one sec.
Finally made it out of VCT. Graduated
Hell yes.
October 6th. I'm at the Defense Language Institute.
Nice.
Right now, just chilling before I head to the TFAC. I've missed a lot, including all of Ahsoka Low, but I'm glad to finally be back online low.
Dude, Alex, it's already been... That is crazy. I feel like it was a week ago you were saying you're leaving. That is insane. Give me 1 sec, Alex. I want to hear about it. Give me 1 sec. But yeah, Vince, we're probably going to end up watching it when it comes, available streaming, whenever that'll be. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to go see it in the movie theater, which is fine. But yeah, I get excited because it's not very often you get like a legit sci-fi movie in the theater. I mean, that I want to see. I mean, sometimes things come out and they don't interest me at all, but this one does. So, sci-fi, interesting concept. But I'm looking forward to it for sure. But anyway, Vince, I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That makes me hopeful that I will as well. Ricky Dicky Doo to Grimes, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. Ricky says, you're going to grab the new RoboCop game. Demo is fun. I forgot about that. It's been a while since I've heard of that. I might have saw something recently. Let me see. RoboCop game. RoboCop Rogue City. New RoboCop game is surprisingly good. Let's see. Pre-purchase RoboCop. How much is it going to be? Do I have Steam up? I do have Steam up. Let me just see. Ricky, if I do end up getting it, it'll be a while from now. Let me see. RoboCop Rogue City. Oh, there's a demo. Okay, like you said. I didn't realize you were talking about like a playable demo. Huh. I'm going after this stream. I am going to download the demo. Unfortunately, I have a feeling that my computer will not be able to handle it. But yeah, I will download the demo, and then yeah, it'll probably be a very long time before I play the actual game, buy the actual game. It'll probably be the case where it's 3 years from now and it's on a Steam sale for $4.99. So I will definitely test out that demo, though, for sure. Like right now, I'm really not playing anything right now, to tell you the truth. The last game that I played was New World. I got to level 60. I've kind of lost interest in it. None of my friends played it with me. I haven't played a game with my buddies in a very long time, really since I started this job. I mean, it's almost been 2 damn years, I think, since I've sat down and actually played a video game with my group of friends. Just life is busy. Yeah, so New World is the last game that I played. I got what is it called? Starship Troopers. What is that game called? Starship Troopers Extermination, I think it's called. I also got Stray, which I need to play more of. I forgot I got that. I'm looking at some games that I recently bought. Starship Troopers Extermination. I had like 50 or 60 bucks in my Steam wallet. So I just kind of bought some random ass games like Stray, Starship Troopers Extermination, New World. I don't remember what else. There was maybe 1 or 2 more in there. But yeah, anyway. Need to make some more time for some video games. But yeah. Anyway. I appreciate that, Ricky. The Wanderer's Library, Doom, Alex, and Vince. Thank you guys so much. The Wanderer's Library says, do you think Hytale will ever be released? Hytale. What is Hytale? Hytale. Console game. Hytale. Let's see. Hytale is an upcoming sandbox game by Hypixel Studios. Production began in 2014 by developers from the Minecraft multiplayer server Hypixel with funding from Riot Games, who later... So, wait, is this a game? So this is a game... Huh, I've never heard of this. I'm not a Minecraft player, so... And I'm also, I feel like a grandpa when it comes to, like, video games and all that stuff nowadays. But I've never heard of this, Wanderers. Hypixel Studios was at first self-financed with revenue generated by the Hypixel server. The studio subsequently received support from Riot Games, which invested several $1 million into the studio, along with an advisory group that includes businessmen, blah, 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 blah. The studio is fully acquired by Riot Games in April of 2020. Hytale was announced via a trailer in December 2018, with it amassing over 31 million views within a month. The game, originally intended to be playable in 2021, was delayed due to an increase of the game's scope. So Hytale features a procedurally generated fantasy world composed of blocks of numerous shapes arranged in 3-dimensional grid. Blah, blah, blah. So is it just is it like Minecraft? I mean, is that several zones made up of biomes, sandbox game? I've never heard of this. I mean, it's kind of crazy that... I mean, that's almost 10 years ago. That's weird. Hytale was nominated in the Most Wanted Game category at the 2019 Golden Joystick Awards, but lost to Cyberpunk. The game was also named the most anticipated at the 2021 Northern Ireland Game Awards. I've never even heard of this thing, man. So it's basically Minecraft? What's the difference? Huh. Interesting. I don't know anything about it, but it sounds like they've invested a ton of time and money into it, so I'm sure it will eventually come out. But, it's always so interesting to me, like how, and this is the perfect example, how something so massive and anticipated and hyped is out there, and I've never even once heard of it. I mean, also, I don't have my finger on the pulse of like the gaming community as much as I used to. Even then, like, I mean, 2018, I was definitely more with it back then than I am now. But even back then, I never did. Interesting. But anyway, I appreciate that Wanderer's Library. Learning something new. Learning something new. Doom Cause, thank you so much for the channel support as well. Doom says, 2024 has me hyped for Star Wars Skeleton Crew, Acolyte, Andor Season 2, Bad Batch, Outlaws, lots of different projects. All those are coming out in 2024? I know Skeleton Crew, at least I saw something on Twitter that it was. I don't know. Was it officially announced? Let's see. Skeleton Crew release date. It says 2023. That can't be right. One day ago, possible premiere date. So 6 hours ago. Next Star Wars TV show release date in 2023. New synopsis reveal. What? In the first episode of the Skeleton Crew, we are introduced to 4 kids who make a mysterious discovery, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Hold on. So, the description is fascinating one, confirming that this Star Wars TV show will explore the galaxy through fresh eyes. It also hints that their homeworld is not as safe as they believed it to be. Intriguingly, this also includes a potential release date, December 2023. The Amblin-style TV show would be perfect for Christmas release, but it's notable there have been rumors of a delay from this date because of recent strikes. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot if it's all coming out next year. That is a ton of Star Wars. I mean, that's not even... Oh, you did include Outlaws in there. Out of all those projects, I am definitely more excited for Andor Season 2 than... to tell you the truth, man, like, one of my most anticipated projects was Acolyte. I think I'm kind of... Oh, one sec.
One is over. What is your most anticipated SW project and or season?
I was just about to answer that, man.
It's Andor S2 and the Bad Batch S3. The Bad Batch S2 is by far my favorite SW content of 2023.
Mr. Nick Darth Nicholas, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. One sec. But yeah, Doom. That's a lot. That's a lot of Star Wars. I'm very excited for Skeleton Crew. I hope, you know, I would love for it to be very, maybe lighthearted is the wrong word, but very, I don't know, I like Stand By Me, you know. Something like that, like Stand By Me. I would love for it to be in that same vein, like that similar tone, you know. I think that'd be, dude, that would be so much fun. But apparently there was a leaked Acolyte trailer. I have not seen that. I did a quick Twitter search a few days ago, and after like scrolling for maybe 20 seconds, I just was like, whatever, I'll see it eventually. But yeah. Anyway, Doom, I appreciate that, man. Alex Dunn, good to see you, man. I hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for the ridiculously generous super chat and channel support. Alex says, hey, Greedo, finally made it out of BCT, Basic Combat Training. Graduated on October 6th. I'm at the Defense Language Institute right now, just chilling before I head to the DFAC. I've missed a lot, including all of Ahsoka, LOL, but I'm glad to be back online. Yeah, man, welcome back. I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. How was it overall? I know whenever anybody asks you that, or, you know, it's hard to put it into a brief description, right? Dude, there are boot camp stories, deployment stories that those types of stories are so like you had to be there that it's not even worth me telling people, because it's like you'll never understand how hard I laughed. You know what I mean? You'll never understand just the camaraderie. So it's almost like not even worth telling my friends who were never in, but just because, you know, there were such you had to be there stories, you know. It's funny. Yeah, exactly, Alex. I've always said that. I've always said boot camp was way funny. I think I even wrote that in the book. Boot camp was way funnier than I ever thought it was going to be. I mean, lights out, people pulling pranks, just stupid shit. Yeah. It's weird. It is weird, Alex. It's funny. Not for everybody, of course. But yeah, you didn't miss anything, Alex. I mean, Ahsoka's fun, I guess. But you did something way more important. And guess what? Ahsoka is going to live on the internet forever and ever and ever. And I think you're in better shape to consume this show than we all were. I think it might work better if you just watched it back to back to back rather than waiting a week. Maybe not. But yeah, if you watch it, let me know what you think. If you watched Rebels, I think you'll enjoy it. If you didn't watch Rebels, you might enjoy it, but maybe a little less. For me, it was kind of 50-50. I'm on the fence about it. There were some episodes that were really fun. I thought the combat was like weightless and, I don't know, not really my thing. A lot of the acting and the emotion of everybody was left a lot to be desired. But for the most part, it was. I'm honestly surprised by how much love it's getting, but yeah. I have probably never laughed harder in a 2-month span. I get it. I get it. So how long... Let's see. So you are... How long are you... I'm chilling with DFAC. How long are you at the Institute right now? We just called that the mess. But are you liking it so far? I mean, you said you graduated, what, 3 days ago? Overall, I mean, do you think it's a good fit for now? Like, can you see yourself enjoying it in 4 years, or at least putting up with it? I'm curious, man. Let's have this conversation. But yeah, it's good to see you back. I cannot believe. I thought, dude, I feel like we just time traveled, Alex. We just time traveled. I bet those months felt excruciatingly long to you. And looking back, it probably feels long too. For me, I feel like I just talked to you a week ago. It's crazy. So I got here on the 7th after 24 hours of travel. If everything goes right, I'll be here for about a year. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. It's like the pearly gates after basic training. Yeah, for sure. For sure. You're going to be in your, what we would call A school for a year. Wow. Hey, I mean, I guess that is a very, how do I put this? Yeah, the training for that job is way more extensive than most jobs, I'm sure. You're learning another method of communication. So, yeah, why am I surprised that it's a year? No. It could be 10 years and it shouldn't surprise me. Oh, you're... But yeah, Alex. Get a little bit more freedom. The defect is great. A lot more freedom. The weather is way better than Fort Sill, Oklahoma, I'm sure. Yeah, it's definitely a weird feeling. Like, it's like they restrict all of your freedom for a few months, and then they give you a little bit of freedom. It's like a work release program almost. You're on house arrest. You're on parole. And then when the military puts you out into the fleet or whatever you guys call it, I'm not going to say you're free, but yeah, you got as much freedom as you can have in the service, I suppose. I still think it's so silly that if I wanted to travel more than, I don't know, 200 miles or something like that, I had to request to do that. Like if I wanted to drive to Atlanta for the weekend from Jacksonville, Florida, which is, I don't know, 5-6 hours, I had to put in a request. Oh, please let me drive that far for the weekend. Oh, please. Like, it's so stupid. If somebody wants to leave and go AWOL, they're going to. You know what I mean? Like, it's... oh, darn it. Oh, darn it. I'm not allowed to drive, so I'm not going to go AWOL. Like, it's dumb. Anyway. I appreciate that, Alex. And welcome home. Or not home. Welcome to the world. Welcome back to the world. Oh, yeah. Vince and Mr. Nick, thank you guys as well. Vince says, enjoyed Rogue One when it came out, mainly because of the style and the direction, but it was such a hollow fucking movie. The creator wasn't Edward's best. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I haven't seen Rogue One in, jeez, when did that come out? 2016, right? I haven't seen it probably since it came out on Blu-ray. I watched it once on my Blu-ray copy. Maybe I have it in 4K. I think I might have it in 4K. But I would love to go back and rewatch it. Just with a new pair of eyes, just to see. Because, I probably saw it. I think I saw it 3 times in the theater and then watched it once on my Blu-ray. And at the time, it was okay. But your appreciation for things change. You mellow out over certain things. I don't know, maybe your perspective shifts a little bit. And I think what's really interesting to me is like how much of your enjoyment of a thing, whether it's good or bad, is based off of your like mood in the moment. You know what I mean? Like somebody watching, I don't know how much of your enjoyment is not just based on what is on the screen, but it's also based on your mood, you know? But I'm planning on watching Rogue One in the not too distant future. I don't really anticipate liking it or disliking it more than I did in the past. But I think it would be kind of neat with the, just watching it with Andor in mind and seeing it as, the end of Andor, I suppose. Would be kind of neat. Maybe I should wait for the end of the Andor series, the end of Andor Season 2 to do that, but just kind of watch it as one big thing, you know? But anyway, Vince, cheers, man. Mr. Nick, Darth Nicholas, thank you so much for the super chat channel support as well, man. Nick says, now that Ahsoka Season 1 is over, what is your most anticipated Star Wars project and/or season at the moment? For me, it's Andor Season 2 and The Bad Batch Season 3. The Bad Batch Season 2 is by far my favorite Star Wars content of 2023. Let me take a quick coffee sip here. I haven't seen any of The Bad Batch. I mean, you guys know, I don't really keep up with the animated stuff, which I understand. That's to my own detriment. I understand that. The only animated show that I've watched from start to finish is the Clone Wars. That's not because I haven't wanted to watch the other ones. It's just a factor of time. And watching stuff with the family and all that. I don't really like watching stuff. So if I'm watching something by myself, it's usually a movie. Like my wife goes to bed, I have the night or the next day off. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm going to stay up till 1 in the morning watching E.T. or something I haven't seen in forever, you know. But yeah, anyway, Nick. So my most anticipated Star Wars project right now, it is Andor Season 2. I honestly think after that, my second most anticipated Star Wars thing is Skeleton Crew. For a while, I was saying it was Acolyte. I'm still excited for it. But I feel when I think of the Acolyte, I just feel like, and this is me being cynical, I just kind of feel like it's going to be more of the same. I mean, Ahsoka, The Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Kenobi, to me, they all felt so similar to one another. And I have no evidence of this, but just in my knee-jerk reaction, I'm just like, it's going to feel the same as those other shows. Skeleton Crew is like the show that I have the most hope for, just because it's been described as, that Amblin style coming-of-age kids story, And I think just hearing that and also hearing the words Star Wars with that in there gets me super excited for what that show can be. So right now, Andor Season 2 and Skeleton Crew are my most anticipated Star Wars things. But yeah, I'm sure you're right, Uniqueness. I'm just being hopeful. That's all we can do. I kind of like Andor. Andor fills my brooding, dark wants in Star Wars, right? I want Skeleton Crew to be that light-hearted, stand by me with the dark side to it. That would be so much fun, But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Nick. Hope you're doing well, man. And once again, thanks for becoming a member of the fleet. Does anybody know anything about like record player speakers? I have a record player. It's not Bluetooth. This is a completely random question. It's not a Bluetooth speaker. It has like the what are those cables called? The left and right, the red and white speaker cables. Red and white cable. RCA cables. If anybody knows anything about that kind of stuff, some relatively affordable ones, I'm all ears. We're going to put our record player on this new build-out thing that we're getting in our living room. And I don't know anything about that world. So any recommendations? I'm all for it. What is that? And boom, 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 boom. Man, I'm tired. Yeah, I'm completely with you, Vince. Vince says, this is coming from someone that is completely over the MCU. I could not care less, but those Guardians movies are so good. I completely agree. I set them apart. Like, I don't really consider... I know they are Marvel movies, but like when I think of Marvel movies, I don't think of them. I kind of put them in their own category, But yeah, they're great. Absolutely great. I loved the third one. I've seen it twice. We watched it. Me and my wife watched it, and then me and the guys watched it at the station. And yeah, it's great. Oh man. I hope I'm not getting sick. My throat feels a little scratchy. 80s kid from the 90s. Who's your favorite superhero? Superman. Yeah, I was always a Superman kid growing up. Always a Superman kid growing up. Yeah, I used to... I mean, like most kids, right? You put on a red towel around your neck and then you jump off the couch and yell Superboy or Superman, whatever, It was always one of my favorite superhero. I mean, by far my favorite superhero growing up. No. The only MCU movies I like are Iron Man 1, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Nick. Like, I don't get into the ensemble movies like Avengers and stuff like that. It's just so over the top and meh for me. Winter Soldier is like if we're talking like superhero movies, that's by far my favorite Marvel movie that I've seen. Again, I haven't seen all of them. I haven't really seen a lot of them. But Winter Soldier was a lot of fun. Like, compared to a lot of Marvel movies, it felt quaint. It wasn't quaint. I mean, there's giant flying things in the air that's just like gonna dominate the world and kill dissenters and stuff like that, right? But so it wasn't quaint at all, but relative to other Marvel movies, for whatever reason, it felt very quaint. But yeah, anyway. Alex Dunn, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support once again, man. Alex says, all right, I'm going to get dinner. Great to be back. I'm going to catch up on all the movies I've missed for the next 3 weeks before actual classes start. Oh, you got a break? You got a break? Dude. So you have a 3-week, basically, a break? What are you just doing, like, bullshit duties in the meantime?
Great to be back. I'm going to catch up on all the movies I've missed for the next 3 weeks before actual classes start.
Hell yes. Do it. Go to the movie theater. Watch stuff. Pop some popcorn. Enjoy some downtime. But it's good to see you, man. I'm glad you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying it. So, I mean, you don't know if you're enjoying it, right? You just got out of boot camp. You have no idea. But it's way different when you get out of that thing than when you're in it. It is a different beast when you're in the fleet rather than being in boot camp. So I hope you're able to take a load off. I hope you're able to enjoy yourself, watch some movies, just hang out for a bit. But cheers, man. It's good to see you. Take a load off and let me know what... Maybe I'll make a list. Have you ever seen 127 Hours? That's one of my favorite movies. The Right Stuff. That's in my top 5. There's 2. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but if you haven't, start with those. I appreciate that, man. Cheers. James K, thank you for coming in with the, I'm going to say final super chat and channel support of the stream. I got to hop off here. It's almost 9 o'clock. James K says, hey, just wanted to say that I just read Sorry About the Mess. What a beautiful, heartfelt, and entertaining book. I think others here would like it. Oh, man, thank you so much for saying that, for the kind words. Did you read it on the Kindle? I know it's been, like, out of print on physical copy for, I don't know how long, like a year or two? Amazon took it down for copyright infringement because I'm assuming the cover art... whatever. I guess I could just upload a different cover art. I should probably do that. But that means a lot, man. It was fun to write. I wrote it from 2016 to 2019, on and off. You know, I mean, you read it, so you know this story. It was a Kindle. Nice. Okay. So yeah, I mean, if I would do it nowadays, I'm sure the book would be very different. But that's where I was at back then. A lot of the stuff still applies, but, you know, it was a fun little project. I love the way it looked on paperback. And I don't even have a paperback copy of it, unfortunately. I have a prototype copy, but not like an actual release copy, which is a bummer. I should have bought one for myself. But, hey, thank you so much, man. Yeah, if you guys have a Kindle, you can read Sorry About the Mess. I don't know what it costs. I don't even, yeah. It was like $2, something like that. But, cheers, man. I really appreciate the kind words, and I'm glad you got something out of it. It was very nerve-wracking putting that thing out. Because it's, you know, it's all over the place, kind of like these streams, and there's some heartfelt stuff in there. But, yeah. Cheers, James. I appreciate that, man. Mr. Darth Nicholas, thank you so much for coming in with the official final super chat of the stream. Before I hop off here, Nick says, it's amazing how one ISB officer alone, Dedra Miro, was more terrifying than Vader and his handful of one-dimensional Inquisitors in Kenobi, and now an entire horde of fan-fiction-y zombie troopers combined. 1,000%. 1,000%. It is funny to me. I worked yesterday, and a guy that I work with is a huge Star Wars fan, but you know, he hasn't watched the cartoons. He's not familiar with any of the books or anything like that. But he's still a huge Star Wars fan and knows so much about the movies. You know, and he was like, he did not like that final episode. He's like, what the hell is going... So there's zombies now in Star Wars? And I'm like, I had to explain, like, the witches and all that. And he just thought it was so stupid. And I was like, yeah, I know. It's just like, there's all that kind of stuff in Star Wars. And if
It's
you don't,
amazing
and if you're
how
not
one
familiar
of
with it,
the
it's going to be
episode
really weird.
Deja
Even if you
Vu
are familiar with
is
it, it's
more
kind of weird.
terrifying than Vader and his handful of one-dimensional inquisitors in Kenobi, and now an entire horde of fanfiction-y zombie troopers combined.
1000%. But yeah, Nick, I completely agree. Deidre Miro is just, you know, she's motivated. She is cutthroat, but I don't know. There's motivations there that I feel like a lot of the 2D one-dimensional bad guys really lack. I mean, there's like monsters that are like monster looking, and then there's monsters who are monsters to their core, like Deidre Miro. And a monster to their core with motivations is far more terrifying than the boogeyman, you know? Far more terrifying than the boogeyman. But yeah, she is a great character. She's one of the, I mean, you know, who's the best Star Wars villain? People, Plagueis. It's just, okay. Deidre Miro is by far one of the best Star Wars villains. By far. I mean, it's interesting because like people's reactions to, you know, who's the best Star Wars villain, it usually like falls in line with like powers or, you know, stuff like that. Deidre Miro has no powers. She's not one with the Force. She doesn't shoot Force lightning. But she's evil and motivated. That's great. Anyway, I appreciate that, Nick. Cheers, man. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for coming in with the final super chat and channel support of the stream. Oscar says, check out Mountains of the Moon. Great music. Let me look this up. Mountains of the Moon band. All right, I'll check them out. I'm going to keep this up. Let's see. Folk. Let's see. Mountains of the Moon. Mountains of the Moon. Translucent Amber. All right, I'm going to keep this up. Let's see. Are they big? Ah. No, not at all. Nice. All right, I'm going to check them out for sure. I'm going to keep this up, and I'll give them a listen probably tonight. I'm probably going to hop on my computer later tonight, and I might just play a game or work on a video or something like that since I wasn't able to today. So, all right, I'm going to keep this up for sure. I appreciate the recommendation there, Oscar. All right, I got to hop off, guys. But this is fun. I'm sorry the Battlefront didn't work out. I don't know what was going on. It was I don't think it was my internet connection, honestly. My connection is, I mean, I got fiber. Everything was fine. The stream was rocking and rolling just fine. I honestly think it was my computer chugging a little bit. So maybe I'll do a quick restart and see if I can fix that little shakiness. But all right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out for a little over an hour. When's the next time I'm going to do something? I'll probably do a stream Thursday night or maybe Friday night. We'll see. Maybe both. But, all right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. Thanks to everybody who super chatted and supported the channel. Be safe out there. I'll see you guys next time. Later.